Good morning, everybody. It's Victoria Thomas here in the training department. I also have our social media specialist, Maddie Morgan, on the line with us. Before we get started, I just want to remind everybody that you are muted. So find that question panel in the GoToWebinar panel, probably on the right side of your computer, and go ahead and type any questions that you have in there. I'll be monitoring them while Maddie is talking. And if I think anything that we need to discuss as a group, I'll just interrupt her as we go. But otherwise, I think we are ready to get started, and I'm going to turn it over to Maddie.
Hi guys, good morning. Thanks so much for joining today. We're going to talk a little bit about a 5 to Thrive, particularly on Instagram. So first things first, like I always do, if you haven't already, go ahead and like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. We always post content there that kind of takes the guesswork out of what the heck to share with your clients and your friends. So those are perfect places to check out for good things, good shareable content. So both of those handles, if you just search Talk to Tucker, you should be able to find both of those. So give us a like, give us a follow, and we'll get started. Okay, so 5 to Thrive. What the heck is that? So most of you have probably heard of Rachel Hollis. If not, she is the founder and CEO of the Hollis Company and a best-selling author of the book Girl Wash Your Face. And she has this concept of her 5 to Thrive, which are the 5 things she does every single day that have drastically changed her life, changed her energy level, and how she shows up like for the people in her life. So the same idea can be applied to social media. So in this case, your 5 to Thrive is going to be an outline of 5 topics or categories to post on social media when you just don't know what to post. So the same concept can be applied to really any platform, but we'll mostly be talking about it in terms of Instagram today. So the idea is that you post Monday through Friday, posting a different topic each day, and then you start over on the following Monday. So how do you come up with your 5 to Thrive? So you want to think about the things that are important to you. What makes you get out of bed in the morning and show up and get through your day? These can be your hobbies, your interests, maybe the people in your life that motivate you, adjectives that describe you. Maybe you like to cook. Maybe you're on a kickball team. Is there a tradition you do with your family, that's worth putting out there? A girl I went to college with posts photos of her husband and their son every week and calls it the Kopelman Weekly. So it's a weekly photo of her family so that when she scrolls through her feed, she can watch her family grow up right in front of her. So that's something that is important to her that she likes to put out there. So think about anything that makes you outside of real estate, outside of your career. It's important for your followers to know that you're a real estate agent, but you definitely don't want to bombard them with all real estate content all the time. So think about the sorts of things that set you apart and define you as an individual. So you may be asking yourself, why is a 5 to Thrive so important? How can it help you beat writer's block? So first, it helps you get in the habit of posting every day. The goal is to post every day of the week, and by having topics already ready for you at your fingertips, it's not as intimidating to find something to post about. Second, having a 5 to Thrive helps you post consistently. We can talk all day about algorithms and when's the best time to post and how often to post. But none of that really matters if you're not posting at all. So consistency is key, and having a grid to follow definitely helps out with that. And lastly, a 5 to Thrive, man, say that 10 times fast. A 5 to Thrive already laid out takes the guesswork out of content planning. So when you wake up on Monday or Thursday or whatever day, you'll already know the topic you need to post about. Your feed will automatically look varied, like you spent a ton of time content planning, when in reality you're just posting about things that are important to you. So it's really easy, and it gives it this varied yet consistent look. And also it eliminates the urge to post just for the sake of posting. If you have a plan in mind for the content, you're more likely to post quality content that reflects you as a person and also reflects your brand. Okay, so I put a few examples together to hopefully get your wheels turning a little bit on this idea and hopefully give you some inspiration for which categories to create for yourself. Not all of your 5 to Thrives will be the same. The things that matter to me are different than the things that matter to Victoria and the things that matter to you. So, just take these as examples and not at all like this is what you need to do. So definitely just think about like what sorts of things you in particular are interested in. So first up, we have Butler University. So let's say Butler's goal is to get more students in the door and boost enrollment numbers. So if Butler is using social media to attract new students, the 5 things that might matter to them are profiles on current students, current students talking about their experiences at Butler. Campus photos. It's a beautiful campus. They probably want to show it off. They might care about posting Butler Blue photos. If you guys don't know who Butler Blue is, it's Butler's mascot. He's very adorable. You should also follow him on social media. And then university statistics, like what sets Butler apart from Marian or IU or Purdue, what makes them different. And then also they probably care about athletics, especially Butler basketball is a huge thing on campus along with all of, the other Division I sports. So those are the, maybe those are the 5 things that are important to them. And so their grid might look something like this. So I numbered it from the bottom moving up to the top as if you're posting in that order, because your older posts are down at the bottom and then your more current posts are up at the top, if that doesn't make sense. That's why I numbered it that way. So their grid, their first one here, they have, this might be their student profile. So they post a photo of a student, and maybe in the description, he talks about the things that he loves about Butler. And then, so maybe that's their Monday post. And then maybe on Tuesday, they post this campus photo. And then, Wednesday, they move on to Butler Blue. This photo is kind of cool because you can use it as a campus photo if you wanted to, or you can use it as the mascot photo. It's kind of interchangeable. So that's what's great about having the grid is, you can kind of take photos with that in mind. So their Thursday post is going to be the statistic that it's the #1 university in the Midwest based on U.S. News and Report. And then we're going to post a photo of the Butler basketball team, and that continues. So then it goes student profile, campus photo, mascot, statistic, Butler basketball, student, campus, so it continues on. Their entire feed now looks varied. Like they put tons of ideas and content out there for you, but really it's a simple grid that they might follow. So second example, we're going to use Tucker. So we are a top tier real estate company with state-of-the-art facilities, and we know Indianapolis like the back of our hands. The 5 things that we want to show off are the real estate information that we know. We're a 100-year-old company. We have so much information to put out there. We want to show off houses, but because we are a community partner, we also want to show off local businesses. We want to put out there that we have these great remodeled offices for you to work in. And then Indianapolis views, because, we live here, we work here. We want to show off that we know our city. So then our grid would look something like this. So, maybe on Monday, I start with some real estate content, like tips for selling your home faster. And then I have an interior of a home. And then I jump over to a local business. This is from Milktooth. And then I show off Monon Trail. It's an Indianapolis photo. And then, here's a photo of the downtown office. It makes it look really nice, like somewhere you'd want to work, and then I repeat the next week. So here's real estate info, another house, a local business. Well, that's not a local business, but I'm out of order here. But so that actually brings me to a great point. You don't necessarily have to stick with that exact order. You can, if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 one week, maybe you go 2, 4, 1, 3, 5 the next week. The idea is that it's just a grid for ideas. You don't necessarily have to stick to it. So yeah, here's a great example. I jumped to IndieView and then back to local business and then down to remodeled office. So where your 5 to Thrive comes in is here. So here's a sample of what it could look like. Again, it's not, this isn't necessarily what you have to do. It's all going to be based off of the things that you're interested in. It's just a sample. There's definitely no right or wrong way to do it. It's all based on you and your brand, your individual interests, okay? So your sample might look something like you're going to post something personal about you, about your family, and then maybe you're going to post a listing. And then maybe on Wednesday, you jump to a behind the scenes. So you could show your office or show, what it's like working at home with kids or, anything, give your followers a behind the scenes look. And then maybe on Thursday, you jump to a quote or a real estate tip or a do-it-yourself sort of thing, a home project. And then you can finish up on Friday with a city photo. That's all going to be based off of, what you listed out. But the idea is that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you already know what you're going to post. You don't have to think about it. You can plan it ahead. So just a few things to consider to wrap this up. This isn't something you have to do forever, okay? This is more so to get you in the habit of posting regularly and making sure your feed is consistent. You just do it until you're used to doing that and do it until you have the look and the flow that you want on your page. This helps you get started, and then once you are in the habit of doing those sorts of things regularly, that's when you can branch out and incorporate anything you want into it. So this is just kind of a baseline to help you get started, beat that writer's block. So I'll stick around here for some questions if anybody has any. If not, thank you guys so much for joining today and have a great rest of your Monday.
Awesome, Maddie. We haven't had any questions come in. I did have Mary Ann said these specific examples are so helpful. Thank you. And I think that's great. And just to reiterate what Maddie said, your 5 might look different from somebody else's 5. But take a few minutes, jot down some things that are important to you, make a list, figure out your 5, and go forth and post. That's kind of the idea, is just to get you guys thinking and get you posting. I think this is a great kind of format to follow to help break that writer's block or that posting block. So it doesn't look like we've had any other questions come in, so I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up. I hope this was helpful to everybody, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys.